from the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Wednesday, August 24th, 2016. I'm Ann Gownley. A McAdoo man was arrested by Beaver Meadows police back on August 20th in the afternoon. 35-year-old Daniel Schwab was traveling southbound down to Machwa Street when he was stopped by Police Chief Mike Marisi. As police approached the vehicle, Marisi noticed that Schwab was shaking and sweating uncontrollably and moving all about his vehicle. Marisi searched the vehicle and found in plain view numerous bags of narcotics. Upon further investigation, the sealed sandwich bags contained Suboxone strips, which is consistent with distribution of narcotics. Schwab was taken into custody and is locked up at the Carbon County Prison on $15,000 straight cash bail. The Hazleton Area School Board met last night and put a stop to placing cell phone towers on school property. WYLN's Aaron Harvey has more.
The Hazleton Area School Board will no longer allow cell phone towers to be placed on school property. The board met last night for the regularly scheduled monthly meeting at the Hazleton Area Career Center. The board discussed many issues from the Vital House to cell phone towers on school property. Superintendent of Hazleton Area School District, Dr. Craig Butler, says the most important thing is the safety of the children.
There was quite a community uprising with regard to the potential tower on the Valley Elementary Middle School property, and rightfully so. And the board acted quickly and swiftly to put that to rest, to nullify that contract. And I think that the action tonight with regard to the new policy is just to make sure we don't run into that again, make it very clear that either founded or unfounded, our children's safety with regard to having a tower like that on or near school property is just not something that we're going to tolerate.
An item that was removed from the agenda was the recommendation that the board declare the Vital House property surplus and advertise the property for sale with the sealed bid process. Dr. Butler says it was removed because the house is being fixed up.
The board's been in some very intricate conversation about the Vital House, its condition, perhaps pursuing an appraisal, trying to wrap our arms around the value of the building. In the meantime, we've done some work down there to revitalize, you might say, and rejuvenate and clean the house up. We have a teacher that's excited to move in with that group of students. That being said, there's still a little bit of uncertainty in terms of the next move or next possible move.
During the meeting, the Hazleton Area Sharpshooting Club got recognized for their national awards.
What an amazing, unbelievable, really, accomplishment for these young men and women to compete nationally and compete well and walk away with a national trophy. I equated it to a gold medal in the Olympics, really. Honestly, that's of the same caliber. And these young men and women, not only their athletic ability and their ability to compete favorably, but furthermore, just their demeanor, their decorum, when on a trip like that, how they represent the school district and the high school and the community at large. This is a wonderful celebration, a joyous event.
In Hazel Township, for WILN News, I'm Aaron Harvey.
Thank you, Aaron. A 30-year-old Mahanoy Township man was arrested by Frackville State Police and charged with statutory sexual assault and sexual abuse of children.
Were you satisfied with your child's education this school year? Well, take a look at what Marian Catholic High School has to offer. Students are challenged academically, spiritually, morally, and physically. Excellent student-teacher ratio and a full array of clubs and activities. 90% of all grads continue on to higher education.
Behind bars at the Schuylkill County Prison. A principal who was hired as Crestwood superintendent only to have the job offer rescinded by a new school board has now filed suit against the district. Fairview Elementary principal Margaret Peg Foster charges the district violated her due process rights by rescinding her contract in December. Her suit says she'd been hired in November, had begun meeting with the staff when a new board was sworn into office in December, and reversed the hiring. The complaint names the district and the school board board and individual board members Ron Sturgeon, Joseph Kaminsky, and Maureen McGovern as defendants. District Solicitor Jack Dean said the district will fight the suit. It has turned it over to its insurance carrier for litigation. In January, the board appointed Brian Waite as acting superintendent. In April, it named Joseph Gorham to the job permanently. If you own a property which got homestead exemption for which it wasn't eligible, you can expect a bill from Luzerne County, but it will only be for the exemption, not to any fees. County Council defeated a motion to add interest and penalties to the bills by a 6-3 vote. Council members Stephen Urban, Ed Berminski, and Kathy Dobash voted to include interest and penalties on those bills. Bob Schnee, Jane Walsh-Watkis, Rick Williams, Eugene Kelleher, Tim McGinty, and Linda McCloskey-Hauk voted against it. Eileen Sorokas and Harry Haas abstained as they receive ineligible homestead exemptions. About 1,400 people countywide did. The exemption forgave property taxes on a primary residence's first $10,000 of assessed value and was in place from 2009 to 2014. But 1,400 properties which received the exemption shouldn't have, and they were second homes and commercial properties. The bills seek back taxes on those ineligible properties. So far, 142 people have paid the back taxes, according to the assessments directory. Another 80 showed the assessor's office proof their exemption was legitimate, so the office forgave the bills. 2 state representatives want to freeze tuition at all state system of higher education schools. That's the chain of 14 state-owned and operated colleges and universities, including Bloomsburg, Kutztown, East Stroudsburg, and 11 others. The bill will come from suburban Philadelphia Republican Nick Miccarelli and Philadelphia Democrat Kevin Boyle. They say the intent of the bill is to make it easier for the middle class to have access to college. It would keep the tuition the same, starting with the 2018-19 school year through the end of the 2022-23 school year. It would also limit any increase to 2% annually for the years following. The bill does not mandate any change from the Commonwealth in appropriations to higher education. Since the 2006-07 undergraduate tuition at SSHE schools has increased 45% from about $5,000 to over $7,300. That's about a 3.5% per year. Miccarelli and Boyle say that the SSHE students have accumulated 70% more student loan debt since 2004. After being in the community for 35 years, Edgewood in the Pines is now officially Edgewood by Sand Springs. WYLN's Abby Piskel has the details.
Recently, Sand Springs has merged with what was known as Edgewood in the Pines and is now called Edgewood by Sand Springs. Due to the large amount of weddings that are booked at the Sand Springs location, General Manager of Edgewood at Sand Springs, John Shima, says that Edgewood was the perfect location for all of those special events. Changes to the facility were made, including an updated ballroom and a new outdoor patio.
The entire ballroom has been gutted and done over. Bridal suite was added. Another room that seats 65 people was added. Golf course improvements are being made to cart paths, drainage, and irrigation. A 6,000 square foot pole building has been added to house our new carts and new equipment. The entire staff is a new staff that was trained by our Sand Springs staff and brought down here.
Not only is Edgewood a golf course, but they also host many other events that can be held in their newly redone ballroom, or if there's a wedding, for those special brides-to-be, a newly redone bridal suite.
We do a lot of different events. We do a lot of fundraisers, a lot of golf tournaments. On the course, it is a public course, so it's open for leagues, public play, and of course fundraisers and tournaments. And as far as the banquet facility, it's weddings, banquets, showers, rehearsal dinners, and business meetings.
Shima says that they wanted to keep the Edgewood name and bring in a Sand Spring touch. Although the two facilities are different, the same amount of care and customer service that is provided at Sand Springs will be given at Edgewood.
It's going to be different from Sand Springs in the fact that the rooms are different, but we're going to give the same customer service, same attention to detail that we do at Sand Springs. It's just going to be a totally different facility with the outdoor patio, wedding ceremony spot. So you're going to have 2 separate venues in the same area.
In Drums, for WYLN News, I'm Abby Piskel.
Thank you, Abby. It's time now for our first look at our forecast. Friday night football is just 2 days away, and as the teams prepare for kickoff, what type of weather should fans in the stadium prepare for? Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacic is in the Weather Center with the details. Joe?
Yeah, overall, things shaping up to be pretty nice as we go into our Friday and even as we go into our weekend. It's looking spectacular. Today, not a bad day across our area, a little bit warmer, but we still had those relatively lower humidity values compared to what we've been used to most of the summer. But what about in a 7-day forecast? Will we see any changes? I'll let you know coming up in just a few. Ann?
Thanks, Joe. Coming up next, volunteers harvest at the garden they helped plant in June at the community garden at the Center for Landscape Design and Stewardship. Find out more from our Aaron Harvey coming up. More news, weather, and sports is coming your way only on WYLN. Stay tuned.
You're watching WYLN News with Ann Gownley, video journalists Mike Lula and Julie Stefanovich, Paula Degnan, Gary Perna, Abby Piskel, and Aaron Harvey. Sports with Eric DeBerardinis and John Eric Poli, and weather with Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbachik.
Were you satisfied with your child's education this school year? Well, take a look at what Marian Catholic High School has to offer. Students are challenged academically, spiritually, morally, and physically. Excellent student-teacher ratio and a full array of clubs and activities. 90% of all grads continue on to higher education. A sound investment in your child's future. Affordable tuition and scholarships are available. Log on to our website or call today for a free tour.
Baylat's Farm has fresh produce, tomatoes, cucumbers, watermelons, blueberries, and everybody's summer favorite, sweet corn, and so much more. Everything under the big top. Route 93 across from Tom's Country Kitchen. Call 570-233-3087. They're open 7 days a week.
M Valley Market, located at 699 South Kennedy Drive in McAdoo, is now open. It's your one-stop shop for gas or diesel, Green Mountain Coffee, Gears Iced Tea, Pennsylvania Lottery, tobacco products, and so much more. And don't forget, you can pick up your favorite candy and snacks. M Valley Market, 699 South Kennedy Drive in McAdoo.
Stop by Thomas Farms, 556 St. John's Road in Drums for pick your own sweet and hot peppers, tomatoes, beans, eggplant, cabbage, and herbs. Don't forget to stop by every Thursday, 10 to 4, near the Foster Township Recycle Center.
One local healthcare company harvested produce that was planted back in June to give to a food bank. WYLN's Aaron Harvey has more.
AmeriHealthcare and the Commission on Economic Opportunity are working together to promote healthy eating and healthy living. The Butler Township Community Garden donates food regularly to CEO, and this year AmeriHealthcare planted produce in the garden. Today, AmeriHealthcare and the Butler Township Gardeners Association harvested produce that was planted back in June. Manager of CEO in Hazleton, Chris Stamatopoulos, explains CEO's relationship with the township's community garden and AmeriHealth.
Last year, the community garden stepped up and they started the donations, and they continued it this year. This is the first year AmeriHealth has had a plot down here, and they're supporting us and donating to our pantry. So it's the first time for them. I hope it's the beginning of a long relationship.
Community Outreach Manager of AmeriHealthcare, Nancy Fahey, explains why they are donating food to local food banks.
Very much encouraging healthy eating and healthy living by providing produce. We build gardens in various areas, and we donate the produce either to the Housing Authority properties or the local food pantries.
AmeriHealthcare has plots in 5 gardens in the northeastern part of the state, including the one in Drums.
This is our very first year in Drums. We've expanded the project this year, and we're thrilled to be able to bring this project to Drums and donate the food, produce that we've harvested today to the Commission on Economic Opportunity here in Hazleton.
Although helping people by donating food is the main reason Ameri has plots in the garden, it actually teaches many skills.
It's a good reminder to everybody, and it also helps build healthy communities. It teaches skills. Some areas, the Housing Authority properties actually assist with maintaining the garden, so it's teaching a new skill to individuals that may have been lost upon. And in addition to building the new skills, it also creates a teamwork environment.
Even though many people donate to CEO, they are always in need of fresh produce.
There's still need, and especially for fresh produce. You know, we're trying very hard to commit ourselves to health and doing a healthy farm-to-table program so that everybody experiences the fresh produce and good health.
Some of the vegetables harvested today were tomatoes, peppers, and parsley. AmeriHealth plans to harvest cauliflower in the upcoming months. In Butler Township, for WILN News, I'm Erin Harvey.
Thank you, Erin. Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is back with a full look at our forecast. All that and more, plus sports, is coming your way only on WILN. Stay tuned.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric, Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
At All American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, you not only get the vehicle that you want, you also get the lowest financing options.
We also deliver unmatched service.
Whether you're in need of a work truck, have an active family lifestyle, or simply want to show off your fun, adventurous side, All American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has a wide variety of inventory to choose from. The summer clearance event is going on now. Stop in today.
Overall, nice looking day across our area, and this weather shaping up to be pretty nice, especially as we start going into this upcoming weekend, going into our Friday, our Saturday, and Sunday looking pretty nice. Limited chances of any rain in our forecast. I'm really not expecting anything significant, but today, just a spectacular day to be outdoors. On to the numbers. Oh. Thank you for all those who have been blessing me. All right, it's nice out there. Temperatures in the mid to upper 70s right now. Notice those dew point numbers slightly creeping up. Mid to upper 50s to near 60 degrees. But again, when you walk outside, you still won't feel much of the humidity. Just a tad out there. That pretty much is about it. But overall, well, I tell you what, it's shaping up to be pretty nice as we go into this upcoming weekend. We have not seen any measurable rainfall since the midnight hour, and you can see the winds coming in between 5 to 10 miles per hour. So how did we do temperature-wise today? A comfortable 78 degrees, a morning low of 63, and again, wind's really not much of a factor across our area. Throughout the state of Pennsylvania, here's what we've been looking at. Generally 70s and 80s, lower 80s, Wilkes-Barre Scranton International Airport, upper 70s in Mount Pocono, 80 degrees in Bradford as well as Johnstown and State College, and in the 80s in Pittsburgh with plenty of sunshine, just some limited clouds, that's about it. And again, in terms of those winds across our area, they're averaging anywhere between 5 to as much as 10 miles per hour. So as we go into the weekend, it is shaping up to be pretty nice across our area. Now we may have to deal with a shower or two around as we go into tomorrow. A couple of scattered ones, not a whole heck of a lot going on, not a complete washout. Keep the umbrella handy. 82 degrees Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Looking very nice across our area. Should be dry, a mix of clouds and sunshine, temperatures in the 80s. And then going into next week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, there's going to be a couple of scattered showers around. I mean, nothing significant, no complete washouts in between. We'll have to deal with a maybe a thunderstorm, but that pretty much is about it, and a mixture of clouds and sunshine. Overall, nighttime lows dropping down generally in the 60s and upper 50s. We'll have more for you coming up after this break.
Stop by Thomas Farms, 556 St. John's Road in Drums for pick your own sweet and hot peppers, tomatoes, beans, eggplant, cabbage, and herbs. Don't forget to stop by every Thursday 10 to 4 near the Foster Township Recycle Center.
M Valley Market, located at 699 South Kennedy Drive in McAdoo, is now open. It's your one-stop shop for gas or diesel, Green Mountain Coffee, Gears Iced Tea, Pennsylvania Lottery, tobacco products, and so much more. And don't forget, you can pick up your favorite candy and snacks. M Valley Market, 699 South Kennedy Drive in McAdoo.
Malat's Farm has fresh produce, tomatoes, cucumbers, watermelons, blueberries, and everybody's summer favorite, sweet corn, and so much more. Everything under the big top. Route 93 across from Tom's Country Kitchen. Call 570-233-3087. They're open 7 days a week.
For the last 20 years, Keystone Job Corps in Drums has been holding an industry council luncheon. The luncheon includes members of the business community in the greater Hazleton area and members of the Keystone Job Corps. CTC manager Craig Karchner said this luncheon provides information to the businesses on the work the students are doing, and the students learn how they can improve in their skills to fit the workforce.
This is for the community council members that come down and review what we do here at Job Corps, and that we are able to sit down with them, have meetings, and find out if there's anything we can do better here at Job Corps to make them more employable when they leave our center.
Cal Herring is the work-based learning coordinator at Keystone. He says the students try to help as much as possible in the community and have done several projects for businesses over the years.
I have the responsibility of monitoring the work-based learning program here at Keystone Job Corps Center. Basically, it's an internship program where we take our students who have completed their trade under academic requirements, and we place them in industry and businesses throughout the greater Hazleton area. This way, they can learn the skills that are necessary for them to be successful during a 6-week internship period. The program works very well for our students and also for the community and the locations where they are assigned. They're gaining valuable life skills and valuable work skills, and the enterprises where they're working at are utilizing them to facilitate their job responsibilities.
Students like Katrina James, who is learning about culinary arts, says she loves coming to the school to learn this trade and hopes others will look into the Keystone Job Corps to hone on their skills.
Keystone has helped me in my profession by teaching me skills that I never thought I'd be good at. I have thrived in fields that I never knew I could be good at. I've been baking more than I would at home. I've gained necessary skills that I need to get a job. I'm actually getting a lot more opportunities here than I could anywhere else, even more than my high school could have provided.
For more information on the Keystone Job Corps, you may visit keystone.jobcorps.gov. Coming up next, Eric DeBerdinis is in with sports here on WYLN. Stay tuned.
At All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, you not only get the vehicle that you want, you also get the lowest financing options.
We also deliver unmatched service.
Whether you're in need of a work truck, have an active family lifestyle, or simply want to show off your fun, adventurous side, All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has a wide variety of inventory to choose from. The summer clearance event is going on now. Stop in today.
Were you satisfied with your child's education this school year? Well, take a look at what Marian Catholic High School has to offer. Students are challenged academically, spiritually, morally, and physically. Excellent student-teacher ratio and a full array of clubs and activities. 90% of all grads continue on to higher education. A sound investment in your child's future. Affordable tuition and scholarships are available. Log on to our website or call today for a free tour.
Two days until Friday Night Lights. In 2015, Pittston area finished without a win for the second time in the past 6 seasons. This year, it's all about potential. The Patriots are still young, and head coach Jim Norris knows it's a multi-year process, but he's happy with the experience coming back.
You bring back your quarterback, you bring back a middle linebacker, a strong safety, some key positions, and we're excited about those guys.
In that group, junior QB Walter Coles, who is expected to make a big step in the Patriots offense.
I expect good things. Richie Wallace, Kevin Krawczyk are going to be a lot into the pass game. Kemar, he'll run and pass, and Trevor and Dylan, they will run the ball also.
Having him return and hopefully get 2 more great years out of him. We're expecting a lot from him in the huddle in terms of leadership.
Friday. Rival Wyoming area didn't finish with a tremendous record in 2015 either, but they finished hot. John Eric Poli explains how the Warriors might be able to parlay that momentum into 2016.
Wyoming area's football team will have plenty of familiar faces on the field this Friday night when they play Wallenpaupack. On the offensive side of the ball, the Warriors return nearly their whole starting lineup, so the team has some high expectations.
We want to take advantage of our skill guys. We've got a pretty good group of athletes with good skill sets and, like we talked about, some field experience. So we want to put those guys to work, take advantage of situations and also matchups.
We're expecting to spread the ball around a lot. We have a lot of offensive weapons this year, so we have a pretty balanced attack.
The Warriors will also return several key players on defense as well.
We have about 7 or 8 starters or kids that have played considerable time coming back defensively. So especially in our back end, we've got guys returning that have played for 2 years. This would be their 3rd years as starters. And up front and on the second level, we have some 2-year starters. So we're excited about that group. They've got good skill sets. We run fairly well. And again, we're hoping to be able to run and pressure when we need to and be effective.
With an experienced group, you can expect Wyoming area to compete with everyone on their schedule, and they may just be a sleeper in the Wyoming Valley Conference this season. Reporting from Exeter for WYLN Sports, I'm John Eric Poli.
As Mike Brennan prepares to enter his 3rd season as head coach of Hazleton football, we enter our 3rd season with Brennan as a guest on Sports Talk, which debuts tonight. Tune in at 7 p.m. as host Marty Burns and Brennan discuss the offseason, preseason, and season ahead. Here's a preview.
Adrian Otero, a lot of focus is on him. He's big, he's physical, he's 6'1", 215. He's explosive. Went over 1,000 yards as a sophomore last year. We expect big things from that duo. Their experience, Adrian's still only a junior, but those 2 guys are mature and they're tough and they're very good football players, and we need to have big things out of them.
Sports Talk will also air at 6 and 9 p.m. on Thursday and Friday at 6, leading up to WYLN's live broadcast of Hazleton at Berwick at 7 o'clock. The regular season Iron Rail Series ended on Tuesday, but postseason a potential meeting place for the Rail Riders and Iron Pigs. Pigs won yesterday, 8-0, but Riders win the season series 10-8. Tonight, Scranton Wilkes-Barre starts a new set with the last place Syracuse Chiefs, while Lehigh Valley, who currently holds a comfortable 4.5-game lead in the wildcard standings, visits Pawtucket. That's it for sports. Stay tuned.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
All right, so here's what we're looking at over the next couple of days. Hey, it's looking pretty good, a mix of clouds and sunshine. Weekend looking very nice for our Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Lots of sunshine, a little bit of some clouds around, and then going into early next week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we may have to deal with, well, maybe a couple of showers around here and there. Not a complete washout, even a chance of a thunderstorm. Keep the umbrella handy. But most of the time it'll be rain-free. We'll have a mix of sun and clouds. And like I said, the weekend looking really nice at this time.
That's all that matters because it's Friday night football.
Yeah.
That's why I asked you. So in the stadium, once again, what are we
looks
looking
like
at?
it should be dry.
All right.
Berwick, Crispin Field. It'll be fun. We're there maybe once a year. we're excited to visit there this Friday.
It's always a good rivalry when you see it. It's always a good game. Both teams seem pretty competitive this year. And don't forget, you have Sports Talk coming up tonight. You can hear from Coach Brennan. Third year is the coach, as you said, and
they're expecting bigger and better things. They've gotten bigger in the off-season. They're expecting a better record in 2016.
All right, sounds good. Make sure to tune in. Have a good night, everyone.